Okay, well, just like so many times in life, you head down a path. You don't know where that path is going. You make choices, decisions, and they take you somewhere. I know that there is a lake somewhere around here, but I've never been on this path before, so I don't know if I'm going to find it or where this path is going. Oh my God, it's going down a frickin' hill. Oh shoot, I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna have to go really frickin' slow. Okay, anyway, this is the Pele Report. This is Kaipacha, and it is May 24th of 2017, and we are going down, down, down. Sun is in Gemini, Moon is in Taurus. You know, she's popping through there pretty slow, because Taurus is slow, so I'm gonna go slow. Try not to slip with this frickin' thing. Alright, and what else? Well, she moves into Gemini, and we have a new moon happening tomorrow, 4 degrees 47 minutes, I believe. Yeah, Gemini opposite Lilith up there in Sagittarius. Okay, and what else is going on? Venus is in square to Pluto just at the same time as that new moon. So if you want to draw a little chart, right, for the next month, right, you can do a you know, like a birth chart for the new moon, and it gives you the energy that's happening for the next month. Well, you've got Mars opposite Saturn and Venus square Pluto happening for this new moon. And very similar to this fricking sticker bush that I have to go through in order to get where I want to go. God dang it. Ow, 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 ow. Stuck in the bush. Oh my God. What kind of a Pele Report is this? This is the way life can be sometimes, man. You just get stuck. And then what? You know, you get stuck and then you see some flowers. You might even find some blackberries around here. Well, these flowers are going to turn into blackberries. Oh, now look at this. Now I have a log crossing my path. I should just start this frickin' thing over, man. Holy cow. Alright, well, anyway. Let's finish up on these aspects so that I can get to the report. Maybe I'll just sit by this little creek if I can't find the frickin' lake. Good God, man. Anyway, big days this week, yeah, Friday, as that moon goes through Gemini, alright, she is going to trine Jupiter, square Neptune, sextile Venus, conjunct Mars, oppose Saturn, sextile Uranus. Whoa! Big day on Friday. She moves through there. Then she gets into the later degrees, okay? And on Sunday is another big day because she goes into Cancer, right? And what's she going to do in Cancer? Well, she's going to then come along and square Jupiter, trine Neptune, sextile Mercury, oppose Pluto, square Uranus. Woo! Friday and Sunday we've got the moon activated. Okay, our emotional bodies are gonna get a little tweaked going on. Alright? And so the big things I want to talk about today, I made it down here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, really sweet. Well, this water must be running down to the lake. I don't know. You know, interesting. Here's a little bit of a dam. Let's check that sucker out. The dam has been broken to allow, the water has broken through the dam. Oh yeah, there she goes. Let me just look at the camera and talk to you, because this is an astrology report, not a nature adventure. Well, I found the lake. Yes, there is a bridge in the background, and that is very symbolic of what we need to be bridging these days. I want to just kind of give this big overall picture because we still have this Saturn going back and forth in Sagittarius. It is squaring still Chiron over there in Pisces, and I've been talking about this resolving differences and the paradox and living in all of this, you know, chaos. Yeah, and you know, Gemini square Pisces, this is a bit of a time of chaos in many people's lives. And so I just really want to point out this whole path of the soul. And this whole path of the soul is like a wave. The individual soul emerges like a wave out of the ocean. And it individuates. It separates. Leo, north node of the moon in Leo, separates, individuates, becomes aware of its own unique, original aspect of source. I mean, we can say that all of creation is source objectively viewing itself. Yes, it's like God wanted to see itself. So it created this immense, beautiful creation of a huge variety of infinite potentials. So we are each, you know, like budding flowers, okay, in our own unique way. Each individual rays of light from this source that we could like call the sun. And in fact, you know, black is no color. No color. Like the ocean, undifferentiated, darkness, black. Yes, and then a light shone upon the sea, right, of the ocean. And these waves emerge out of the sea, and we could say, and it was beautiful because I was just at the beach, you know, last week, and it's like, yes, at the beach you see the waves crash. Individual droplets of water, the white caps, shoot out of the wave. And there's this point in our evolutionary cycle where we feel separate, isolated, outside the unity of all oneness, right? And that is our most individuated, you could even say egoic self, but then it even goes beyond that ego. And then what? The wave crashes. Yeah, and the drop returns to the ocean of oneness. Well, if you look at our evolutionary stages, you know, on planet Earth, we come in lifetime after lifetime, reincarnation after reincarnation, and we go through this whole process of individuating, separating, becoming aware of, oh yeah, this is me, and then at one certain point, after we've like fully realized that individuated original Leonic self, right, we return. And the soul desires to return back to source, back to that ocean of oneness. And we can really look at this in terms of color. Let's look at it in terms of color. So we come out of black. And let's say that, you know, let's say your unique true identity is yellow. Okay, it's like, you know, like I want to be the perfect, amazing, beautiful expression of yellow, like nothing has ever been yellow before. Well, we come out, and more and more we separate and we individuate. And this process is one of, like, you could say, like, you know, Jonathan Livingston Seagull breaks out of the flock. Yeah, or the sheep breaks away from the shepherd. So until this point, okay, this oneness is the consensus or the herd state of evolution. 3/4 of Earth's population is there. Yeah, and it's just like we need the contrast, we need the polarity in order to really objectively see how we are different. So what do? We create different religions. We create different political groups. We create different approaches, belief systems, orientations, cultures, and they're all different. This is like everybody like breaking apart. Now at the beginning of this stage, right, yellow can be afraid, okay, of blue. Because what? You know, I'm trying to be yellow. And if I let blue come in, I'm going to be green. And I don't want to be, I'm trying to find yellow. So it's like I'm going to push away. I'm going to separate myself, okay, from blue. And I am even afraid of blue. So I want to bomb blue, kill blue, get rid of blue so I can be yellow. So there is this point in our evolutionary growth where fear comes in, and this fear can create, right, polarity. This polarity, okay, actually creates more of the fear, right? You know, it's like, that is not me, and it threatens me being me. And so we can get into this whole place of right and wrong, good and bad, me and you, us and them, and we separate ourselves into different cultures and religions and groups and political parties, and we fight each other and we bomb each other and kill each other and destroy each other. And you know, we basically also, Sagittarius tries to convince and convert everyone over to my color. I want everybody to be yellow. So, you know, we can also have this, you know, kind of missionary kind of a thing where it's, I want everybody to be like me, right? I mean, this can go lots of different ways. This is the individuated stage. 20% of the Earth's population is in this stage. And we come into this fullness of being, and we come into our creativity. And we paint a painting that nobody else could paint. Okay, we make some music nobody else could make. We have a child that like nobody else could, you know, create. So we get in touch with this creative potential within ourselves. And then the drop individuates and decides to return. And we know that white is all the colors united, merged into one. This is why in Kundalini Yoga they always wear white. This white is this merging, this oneness of all the colors. This is the spiritual stage of evolution where we let go of that need to be different and unique and blow everybody's mind and be the elite or the jet set or ahead of the crowd or be right all the time or whatever. And we move into a place of heart. We move into a place of love. We move into a place of compassion. And this is, you know, this takes many lifetimes. It's like, you know, my heart goes out to people who are in these religions that don't have reincarnation. I mean, it's like, you think you're going to get this in one frickin' lifetime? Whoa. The world is way too vast, right? You know, the potential is way too infinite. And that's why in today's mantra I use no longer defined. Yeah? Infinity defined. It's like I'm going to take infinity and I'm going to take chunks of it or pieces of it. I'm going to try to take the infinite, and this is Gemini, right? Gemini with the left brain tries to take that Pisces and that Sagittarius and, you know, and limit it into black and white, yes and no, good and bad, the left brain. So we're in this time, Mars in Gemini, Sun, Moon in Gemini. This new moon in Gemini, this can really create, and what else? What really brought around, you know, some of my thoughts for all of this is Venus is square Pluto, and it's coming up to conjoin with Eris, the goddess of discord. And this Sun, Moon is opposite Lilith, bringing up the shadow around religion and around truth and around the meaning of life and the shadows, okay, that casts, yes, in the world. And it's like, where would we be without discord? Look at this apple, yeah? Even Eris throws an apple between the three goddesses, okay? Aphrodite, Athena, and Hera, to the fairest, right? Well, this creates discord, all three of these goddesses. Who's the fairest? Who's the fairest? Who belongs to the apple? And then we think of Lilith. Lilith is the female-headed serpent. I showed her before in the garden offering Eve the apple. And this apple is this symbol, okay? And this Eris brings in this apple of discord. And it's through discord, okay, through differentiation, that we each can become more aware of that unique part of ourselves. And as we are not threatened by the other colors or the other beliefs or the other religions or whatever, we can then unite again and make the rainbow, the beautiful rainbow. So discord is a necessary part of the evolutionary process. It does not need to lead to violence, but it does lead to creativity, and then it can also dissolve itself back into loving unity. So this Pele report is really kind of for 2 weeks, okay? This Mars opposite Saturn is going on for a while here, right? And of course this new moon in Gemini, okay? You know, the Gemini, it's like the double-headed, you know, twins that are, you know, arguing with each other, whatever. And so, you know, there is this whole energy that's happening right now. Venus squares Pluto, then comes up to Eris and Uranus next week, and it's like, could be a very intense time, and I just want to encourage each and every one of you to like not get pulled into this polarity and not get pulled into judgment and not get pulled into, but rather come and stay right in that truth, in that core, in that beautiful place where you are true to yourself. And that goes, love goes beyond polarity. This is the whole forgiveness and compassion. It's understanding, but you have to like really be kind of in Aquarius, okay, you know, that non-attached place to really come into a place of accepting all the craziness going on, yeah, with these younger souls that are trying to, you know, find themselves through the most extreme methods. Yeah. My deepest true identity is emerging from within, no longer defined by right or wrong, incapable of sin. Sin has its Latin roots in error. Yeah, it's error. Sin is error. And just think, once you find your yellow, and once you are yellow, and you're not threatened, or you're not, you know, diluted or polluted, or, you know, whatever, you know, you are just radiating yellow. You can't help it, right? So there's you move out of this place of error. You move out of this place of sin. You move out of this place where I am wrong. How can yellow be wrong? Yeah? You know, yellow may have its complementary colors, its contrasting colors, its, you know, I mean, you got the whole color wheel, okay? But it doesn't have to be right or wrong. This is coexisting. This is unity in diversity. This is the age of Aquarius. This is the new paradigm. And it's going to take us a couple thousand frickin' years. Have mercy on yourself. Have compassion on your neighbor. Yeah? It's going to take a while. A couple lifetimes. So, one last time if I could remember it, right? My deepest true identity is emerging from within, no longer defined by right or wrong, incapable of sin. May you find your true colors. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.